What is it, Rassilon? You know, don't you?
Yes, Doctor. You are right. The remaining Imaginarchus activated when you threw its brother into the void. I had thought nothing of it until...
Doctor, he wants to bring something back to life.
Something back to life?
And for something to be brought back to life, it must first be dead.
Whatever is inside that white sphere is on a suicide mission. It wants to die.
So you can bring it back to life using the Imaginarchus, but what is it?
I am ready, my brother. My protection sphere is ready to open.
I recognize that voice.
Who is it?
Omega! He's coming from the world of antimatter.
Antimatter and matter destroying each other and wiping out the Dalek fleet?
Rassilon, you can't! A person the size of Omega will destroy half the planet!
What matter? We have evacuated the High Council, and the rest of us won't be dead for long.
But you will be returning to a dead world.
The Dalek fleet is in position. We are detecting a time torpedoes. The transduction barrier will be rendered useless.
The show is yours now, Omega. All yours.
Warning! Antimatter explosion imminent!
Oh, this is excellent. And only the beginning.
DrWho's escaping!
You are freed from the world of antimatter, and now resurrected. Welcome, Omega!
My brother. I am free from my bonds, and we are together again to rule Gallifrey.
What's left of it? Are you okay, Maria?
Yes.
Omega, it's been a while.
Another new face, Doctor. So old. I remember the young face of your first incarnation. Always playing at our heels, wanting to join us on our quests. And look at you now.
Well, that's all you can do now. Look, your mask simply hides the fact that only your essence remains.
Until my next regeneration, certainly.
Even if it is possible, you have been trapped in a world of antimatter for a long time.
And that is where our revenge should have stayed.
We meet again, Parakind. Your race imprisoned me in the world of antimatter.
After you imprisoned us in the Eye of Harmony.
Then we are even.
No! My race is dead, and this Imaginarchus will prove useful to us.
I'm afraid not.
What do you mean?
Don't you see, Maria? Without the Time Vortex, the universe is dying anyway. The antimatter explosion has caused a massive disruption to the natural evolution of this planet. The Time Lords have weakened their position. They are now vulnerable, and I suspect Davros has returned to Kemble to start building a war fleet. Nothing can stop it now! Already the orbit of the planet is changing, and the Imaginarchus needs a huge power source to make it work. One Gallifrey can no longer sustain. In fact, any old device should shut it down, a bit like this one.
You two have weakened the entire planet just to bring one man back to life?
I am not just any man, child. Show some respect.
Ah, Maria!
I'm alright, Doctor.
If you do that again, Omega...
What will you do?
This!
No. Ah!
Our revenge is long overdue.
Parakind, release him! We have a bigger problem!
No, this Time Lord must die. A final end for the Stellar Engineer.
Parakind, I call upon you to release Omega and return to your customary time and place. You will also restore the Time Vortex.
Who are you to order us?
Centuries ago, we Time Lords made a mistake by imprisoning your kind. But now we take a vow of protection. Without the Time Vortex, the universe will crumble and die away. But restore the Time Vortex, and we promise to protect your race with our last breath. I talk not only as the President of Gallifrey, but as the Supreme Chancellor of the Shadow Proclamation.
How will I know you will keep your word, Rassilon?
Because the starting point for a new vortex will begin here, as it always has done. And should we break our promise, you can...
Do not dare say this, Rassilon!
You can destroy this world. Forever.
But there is another complication, Rassilon.
What is this?
You are the last of your race, Parakind.
Yes.
One Parakind is not enough to restore the vortex to power. It needs two, and whoever the second person is, they will be part of the vortex.
They will be shattered.
Where is the focus point on Gallifrey?
In the Panopticon. What's left of it.
Come.
It is beautiful.
This, Maria, is the entrance to the gateway to the Time Vortex. One of the last in the galaxy. The only vortex exists here, but only because of the Parakind.
I must go, and you must choose. Which Time Lord will sacrifice themselves? I shall await them in the vortex.
Doctor, what are you doing?
Don't you see, Maria? It has to be me.
You can't, you'll die!
Maria, Omega has no physical body left. His will is not enough. Rassilon has been resurrected from the dead. Half our race dead, and the rest will take too long to get back here. I am the only one.
Your sacrifice will not be in vain, Time Lord.
Let me go then.
You are not a Time Lord, Maria. And it must be one.
No, Doctor, you can't!
Maria, I knew that my final day was approaching. This moment, when I would have to be the one to stand up and end the madness. A time when I would discover all the secrets of the cosmos. A time when I would have to make the final choice for all the races of this beautiful and astonishing universe, so that they can live in peace and be free. My decision will mean I will be gone. So live your life to the full. And remember me. Because I am the Doctor. And my end is now.
You can't! No!
It is done. The vortex is restored.
Yes! And what about the Doctor?
I don't know.
Neither do I. It has been known for people to survive when inside the time vortex, but not for long periods of time.
And what about me now?
You are welcome to stay here on Gallifrey.
And that's it? No attempt to help the Doctor? No attempt to...
We cannot, child. Today has become a fixed point. The Doctor is...
Doctor, I knew it, you're...
Not the one you know, Maria.
Have you regenerated?
Yes, I got shot. Long story, not that interesting. But whilst travelling in the vortex, somehow my TARDIS merged, and then I collapsed.
What has happened, Doctor?
Rassilon. I am weak.
It's the Vortex. Don't you see? The Vortex has shattered his incarnations in time.
A time ram, but with a life. Interesting.
What do you mean?
When the Doctor stepped into the Vortex, his incarnations were split across the universe. But they exist in one timeline. They are living in the here and now, instead of in their correct timelines. He has no past or future. He is still dying.
He must find and reassemble each incarnation, but they will be vulnerable. No TARDIS, just their knowledge.
But what if he gets killed?
Should he be killed in any of his incarnations, that life will cease to be. If he gets killed in an earlier incarnation, they will all cease to be.
Time is of the essence now. Omega, program the TARDIS. The coordinates of the first incarnation need entering.
I don't know if I can do this, Rassilon.
As you find them, you will become stronger. I'm sure the TARDIS will help.
Well, I did feel better when I was in there, but it's all grey and boring.
Live with it now, Doctor.
Get him inside. And Doctor,
Yes?
good luck.
And now, Rassilon,
Now, Omega, we rebuild our race.
of course, and together, we can dominate and conquer the entire galaxy. When the Doctor stepped into the Vortex, his incarnations were split across the universe. But they exist in one timeline. They are living in the here and now, instead of in their correct timelines.
He must find and reassemble his other selves.
He has no past or future. He is still dying. Should he be killed in any of his incarnations, that life will cease to be. If he gets killed in an earlier incarnation, they will all cease to be.
This could be the Doctor's greatest challenge.